YouTube vinyl community, Beach Boys fans, random people on the internet, my name is Giggens, and we're here today for another episode of Hey, look at that Beach Boys thing. The show where I show you things from my collection that I think you might dig. This collection today comes from someone very special to me, my friend Jenny in Australia. She sent me a bunch of things that come from Australia. It's a bit of a drive for me to get down there, so she looks for things that are Australian, I look for things that are American, and we send stuff across the country, across the world, to make each other's collections grow with some cool stuff from across the globe. And today's albums are just mind-blowingly cool, things I never thought I'd see in person. I've only seen in books and online. Just a really far-out collection. So to start off with, thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you. We're going to start off with a 45. Here's a German copy of Wild Honey and Wind Chimes. Look at this. This 45 sleeve is so rad. It's a paper sleeve. And little advertisement on the back there. And you get that awesome purple capital label. That's just so cool. It's an excellent shape. It sounds fantastic. This was always something I've wanted to have. Man, that looks so cool. Let's do some LPs, and then we'll finish off with a 45 at the very end. That's absolutely mind-blowing. This is so rad. Check this out. Good Vibrations, wonderful little pad. What do you think it is? Did you guess? Did you guess right? It's Smiley Smile. This is the Australian Smiley Smile. It's on the Music for Pleasure label, and it's called Good Vibrations, funny enough, but the back cover repeats the front cover. You got the songs at the bottom. This thing is so rad. It also sounds really, really good. But there's the Music for Pleasure label. It says Made in Australia at the top. And it seriously sounds good. Someone named Rena used to have this. So Rena, if you're watching, I've got your record. It's in good hands. I can't believe that they wouldn't call it. I don't know why they wouldn't call it Smiley Smile or use the actual artwork, but this is one of the things I love about albums from across the world is how record companies would take something and be like, let's just do something different. You know, like let's do something our way. And I love that. So if you bought Smiley Smile in Australia, the 60s, this is what you got. And man, so rad. Up next is something I've wanted for a very long time as well, and it's one of my favorite Beach Boys album covers. Live in London. Look at this thing. Look at this album cover. Isn't that so rad? The font, the colors, the layout, the guy standing there looking so cool. The back cover, again, small version of the front cover with a track listing on it. You get that beautiful orange capital label. Ah, oh, love that thing. Up next, we have a greatest hits album from 1970, Good Vibrations, The Beach Boys. I love this album cover. Such a groovy looking cover. Check that out, man. It's so rad. The back cover. And the songs on here are like some of the stuff you'd normally expect, but there's a couple random ones. You got The Girl from New York City on here, and I Can Hear Music. So you don't typically see those too often from this era, but it's on the Yellow Axis label. So cool. I've got this on cassette, so now I've got this on LP. Can't go wrong there. Up next is something very, very cool. This record cover is an absolutely stunning shape. The Fabulous Beach Boys. But if you look closer, look at those songs in the back. It's Pet Sounds. It's Pet Sounds. And the front is great. They call it The Sloop John B. It's a great picture of Denny falling asleep. But the colors just pop on this thing. It's like a nice shiny cover. See the light on it like that? Nice shiny cover. And also, again, through the Music for Pleasure label. Let me show you the record itself. Plastic sleeve. Man, it is in gorgeous shape. Holy moly. I've never seen this dark red burgundy Music for Pleasure label before. That is so cool. So cool. Up next is something super, super cool. I've only ever seen the CDs and the vinyl before. The Reader's Digest Capital Years box set on cassette. Look at this. It's almost like a little book. With all the songs listed on the back. And there's some random ones on here that they really did a great job of going through their entire discography. So instead of just getting like the typical greatest hits, which you get a lot of really deep cuts on here. Oh man, even the Christmas stuff, they do like 3 or 4 Christmas songs on here, not just Little Saint Nick. You get Christmas Day, Auld Lang Syne. But as far as the early stuff, you go like In the Parking Lot, Car Crazy Cutie, Don't Back Down, Hawaii. And then the deeper you go, a lot of Pet Sound stuff, and they do the good vibration stuff. They do Smile stuff in the Smile era, not just for 2020. So, like on cassette 3, it ends with you got Good Vibrations, and then up next you got Wind Chimes, Cabin Essence, Vegetables, Wonderful, Our Prayer, Wow. But then the cassette 4 is insane. Getting Hungry, With Me Tonight, Wake the World, Country Air, Well You're Welcome. They call it Well You're Welcome. I can't believe You're Welcome is on a great. That is mind-blowing. I didn't see that before. Wow. Little Bird, Passing By, Be Here in the Morning. This is just, Be With Me on here. Celebrate the News. Look at that. Oh my God. This is so cool. It's also in Dolby, so it's going to sound incredible. But here's what the inside looks like, where it houses the cassettes. And there's also a booklet by Peter Riem, which that name, I've seen that name many times, actually. Oh, it's so cool. Picture of the guys, some text. Can't wait to read this thing. Can't wait to play this thing either. The set list on this is absolutely mind-blowing. So if you find a copy of this, pick it up. Pretty awesome. And last on our list of amazing things that my friend Jenny sent me, this is something I never thought I would ever own. And when I saw it in the box, I was just at a loss for words for many, many minutes. This is absolutely bonkers, but let me take it out of the sleeve real quick. This is the 1976 20 Good Vibrations promo disc. So this demo record was sent to radio stations explaining how the 20 Good Vibrations, the album in England and Europe, how that was supposed to be promoted. Or 20 Golden Greats. I keep calling it something else. 20 Golden Greats is what I'm trying to call it. 20 Good Vibrations was the 90s. 20 Golden Greats. Side 1 is an interview with Carl in 1976, which is really fascinating. Not only does he speak so gentle and eloquently, which is just Carl, but he talks about his dad, he talks about touring, he talks about Brian, the state of music, how it was when they started. It's a really good interview. And then side 2 talks about how this thing's going to get promoted. They're going to dedicate this block of time to TV advertising. There's going to be big standees at record stores and window displays. Like, they really went all out for this thing. They knew it was going to sell well, and they busted their hump to make sure it did. So it's really cool just to get an audio copy of the commercial that was going to air on TV so they can play that on the radio. And then it ends with Good Vibrations. So let me show you the actual disc itself. Let me show you the side 1 first. So the very top, it says demo record not for sale. Inside the hole, EMI. It says the Beach Boys, 20 Golden Greats, all you need to know. Tony Palmer interviews Carl Wilson in Los Angeles, May 1976. And I believe half of this thing is on YouTube. I'm not sure which side. I think the promos, I don't think the interview's on YouTube. And side 2, this is the part that I think is online. Introduction, track 1, television commercial soundtrack. Track 2, the description of marketing campaign. And track 3 is Good Vibrations, which is in stereo. Well, as the label says anyway, but this is something I never, ever in a million years thought I would have. It's absolutely mind-blowing to be able to hold this thing, because for me, I love the promotion of an album, what goes into it, and like how that whole thing operates. I think it's fascinating. So to be able to listen to something like this and see what that program was like, because that album was a massive success. I think it was the best-selling album of '76 in the UK. So to this day, it's still one of the best-selling albums in Europe, I'm pretty sure. So to have something like this is extremely cool. So Jenny, thank you so much for sending all these amazing, amazing Beach Boys things. So you get a special little episode all to yourself of, hey, look at that Beach Boys thing. Hey, Look at these Beach Boys things. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is a very fun episode to make. I love albums from different countries because you just get a feel of like, you know, people grew up with some different things and they appreciate those things. So like for me, growing up with the American Beatles albums, that's like almost what I prefer to a handful of the actual UK ones. So it's fun to see just how other countries enjoy the music that we all love. It's fascinating. So Jenny, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thanks everybody for watching and supporting this channel. And let me know what you think about these Beach Boys things. If you have them, tell me about it. If you like them, tell me about it. We'll chat about the Beach Boys because that's what we do here in the Giggens channel. All right, my name is Giggens. This has been, hey, look at that Beach Boys thing. Anyways, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.